You want to escape the US and move to Uruguay. Let's dive into what life really looks like there. Money, visas, cities, and more. If you compare the cost of living in Uruguay to the US, you'll find Uruguay is generally about 20 to 30% cheaper overall, depending on region and lifestyle. For a single person, monthly expenses excluding rent tend to run around 800 US dollars as a modest baseline. A simple local meal at a modest restaurant will often cost 8 to 12 US dollars. Groceries for one person for a month might run 200 to 300 US dollars, depending on your choices and imported goods. A monthly public transport pass in a city like Montevideo is modest, equivalent to maybe 30 to 40 US dollars. A pint of local beer is around 2 to 3 US dollars in many places. Turning to rent, in Montevideo, a one-bedroom apartment in the city center might cost around 530 US dollars per month, and somewhat lower outside the center, around 390 US dollars. In smaller cities or rural areas, rents can drop significantly below those levels. Utilities such as electricity, water, garbage, heating, and internet may add another 60 to 120 US dollars or more per month, depending on usage, especially for heating or cooling. All told, for a comfortable life in a big city, you might expect to spend 1,100 to 1,500 US dollars per month, including rent. In smaller towns or rural areas, perhaps 700 to 1,000 US dollars could be enough. In Uruguay, healthcare operates via both public and private systems. The public system is relatively strong and affordable for citizens and legal residents, and many expats also use private mutualista health plans for faster access and more comfort. A private doctor's visit might cost 20 to 50 US dollars, depending on specialty and location. Crime rates are moderate. Uruguay is considered safer than many South American nations, with lower violent crime rates, though petty theft can be an issue in urban centers. The homicide rate stands at roughly 8.9 per 100,000 people, with a national crime index of around 52, which is moderate compared to global averages. In regional accessibility, Uruguay's main international gateway is Carrasco International Airport near Montevideo, which connects to major hubs in Latin America. You can find flights to Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay's neighbors, as well as several one-stop connections to North America and Europe. For visa and residency, Americans can enter Uruguay visa-free for 90 days. Many people apply for permanent residency under Uruguay's independent means or rentier program by proving a stable monthly income, commonly around 1,500 US dollars per month, from abroad. There is no strict minimum investment required for basic residency. Over time, after a few years, usually between 3 and 5, of continuous residency, you may apply for citizenship. Citizenship may require a demonstration of integration through residency duration, community ties, and language ability. Uruguay allows dual citizenship. The hurdles are moderate. You'll need a clean criminal record, must maintain your residence, and should be able to function in Spanish, although there's no formal language exam like in many European countries. Now, where to live? Montevideo is the natural choice. The capital, cultural hub, with the best services, beaches, and connectivity. Punta del Este is a coastal gem, more seasonal and upscale, ideal for beach lovers. Then consider a mid-sized city like Salto or Colonia del Sacramento, or a quiet region near the coast or inland. Lower cost, slower pace, more rural charm. If you're drawn to stable politics, a temperate climate, better infrastructure than many Latin alternatives, and a high quality of life in a compact, safe country, Uruguay could be your sweet spot. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more expat know-how guides every week.